I build see my password, see make I change am.
Is it?
I build. I put password, she see make I change am. See the password today complicated.
Is it possible for you?
For my phone. Make I change the password, see the password today
Yeah.
complicated.
You know, go this really remember.
Aish. Okay, we are live. Check my okay. Enter from this thing. Okay, let's check that sound.
You don't send it.
Yep, they sent it to you.
You don't need to clap now if you hear your own voice.
Yeah, my no, they try to check for my phone. Shit is crazy.
So this OBS one looks like
Yep.
it's a proper streaming platform. So then here you stream from there and send it to YouTube. So it's basically the same thing I was doing with
Okay.
YouTube. But I do YouTube directly. So but this one, I'll still look at it and see if like
But you know, we need to give them something that is easy for them.
no I get. So this one will be streaming with OBS. your life.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to. We have quite an interesting number of people joining in, so we are going to wait about to the usual time of 10 a.m. So please, if you're in communications with any of the other representatives, kindly notify them so that they can come in and we can take up the show. And I promise you, today's session is not going to be too long. It's going to be brief, very explanatory, and interesting. Thank you very much. Good morning and good morning and good morning. Thank you everyone for coming. Welcome everyone. Good morning. I have Mr. Clement from the Abate College of Education. Good morning, sir. Ms. Miss Zainab, welcome. Muaz Umar, welcome. Marjorie, welcome. Fortune Tom, welcome. Hegmon, welcome. Mr. John Amer from Benue State Polytechnic, Bukolo, good morning. Welcome everybody. Good morning. Good morning and good morning. Thank you. Yeah, by His grace, there won't be any heat today. It's a bit quiet. The sun is out this morning, so the weather looks pretty good today. We apologize for yesterday's mishap. It was quite unfortunate, but yeah, thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for your understanding. All right, so we're going to be starting in about 6 minutes. It's 4 minutes past 10. So we're going to be starting in about 6 minutes, which is 10 minutes. Once it's 10 minutes past 10, we'll officially start for the day. So um, today, I believe the network has been rather much better. So if there's going to be a challenge right now, I always do my microphone check and I always do my video check. Hello, everyone. Can you see me waving my hand? Or something everybody can see me? Can you see me? Okay. All right. Yes, sir. You can see me. Okay. Here. Nice to meet everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And a beautiful morning. And can we hear me? Is the audio okay? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me clearly? Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, we can hear me. We can see me. We can hear me and we can see me. I'm waving my hands. Clearly, so today, if there's any network problem, please talk to your network. They should dash you standard network. Says yes, sir, but the network is not clear. Network is not clear.
It has to be
No, what the- Good morning, sir. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Is anybody having any network challenges this morning? Because I feel I'm good. Simon Stella says she can see me. Okay. Give me a reaction. It can be a smiley, it can be a thumbs up, it could be 100%, whatever it is. Just give me a smiley or something, a reaction to show that you can see me and you can hear me. Maybe today we are going to do giveaway. Thank you, Mr. Frederick. What are we going to give our beautiful and esteemed ambassadors today? I mean, for being able to be patient from yesterday, despite the network issues. Okay, so what can we give our esteemed ambassadors today? So make a suggestion what we can give. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good morning. Oh, fun. I can't hear nor see you. Oh, well. I'm seeing a lot of hands, and that means the giveaway is going to be plenty. Oh. You know what? I might need to talk to my executive about the giveaway. Maybe we'll think about something to give your esteemed directors, ambassadors. So now, right now, you're more than just directors, but you're now ambassadors. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. My network is okay. Yes, please check your network. Is our networks okay? Please go and check your network. If your network is not okay, let us know now. Let us know. NK Thirsty says this is what to give. Okay, we'll look into it. And like I said, I'll speak to my executives and we'll look at what we can do. Yes, I'm getting positive responses from everybody joining in. Welcome. Yes, you can hear me. But just one more minute to go. One more minute to go. One more minute to go. Network is okay now. You see, yesterday, I think what most likely happened yesterday was due to the weather condition. So that was what caused a lot of heat and back and forth. But the good thing is that the session was pre-recorded and it's available on our YouTube channel. Yeah, so it's available on our YouTube channel. So you can always go back and go and watch it if you want to, or if need be. Or if you want to get clarity on some certain information or questions, you can go back and watch. And also note that today's session is also recorded. So uh, don't fear, don't budge. Everything is going to be available for us to, to go back and reference later. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have 76% here already. Three busa for you for coming in early. One busa, two busa, three. I think that's how it works here. Busa, busa, busa. I mean, for now, that's what I can give. For now, that's what I can give. So I can give three busa to those who are already in the call already this morning. Yeah, network is perfect this morning. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and we are about to start. So, just a moment. We're about to begin. Um, just a moment for everyone. I'm gonna change this. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so good morning once again to everyone. Thank you all for coming in this morning. We appreciate you all for yesterday. We thank each and every one of you that were able to join. Attendance, don't worry, we're going to speak about attendance as we move on. Thank you all for coming in yesterday, for your efforts, for your patience, and for everything you've all been doing. We want to really appreciate every one of you. Thank you, and don't worry, the reward is more than just what will be given to you, but more recognition and more. There are a lot of things coming to you, so I want to thank you all for yesterday. And today is a new one. Today is a fresher one, and like I mentioned, today won't take much of our time, but it's going to touch in some of the key features and key things that are available on the Blackboard Learning Management System, which I know some of us are eager to know about. And there are a lot of things that we can all get in touch with. There are things we can play with. There are things we can see. There are features that as inclusive as AI. And one of the things I always mention is that Blackboard, it's not here to take anybody's job. It is here to offer you a solution. It is here to help you ease up with a lot of excess work, provide you with enough time with family, provide you with enough time with your students in terms of interacting and meeting, speaking to them, provide you enough personal time for your own self as an individual. Now, in this area of on the ambassador program, what are we asking from you? What are we seeking from you? We're seeking your um will I say undiluted or your utmost support, in ensuring that Blackboard is there. Blackboard is in your institution becomes number one. Now, you see, the reason why we're bringing about this ambassador is so you can help us spread the word to the other people, to the other schools, to the students, to parents, right? To everybody who feels like education is far from them. No, education is no longer a distance thing, but education now is closer to you, especially with the Blackboard system. So doing your classes online, taking your assessments online, taking assignments online, you know, getting feedback online, and also with the inclusion of the video studio option, which allows you as a lecturer pre-record your sessions and upload it there. So your students can always go back and watch the content, reference your content. You want to do an audio recording, you can record audios of yourself and upload it there on the system, and students will go back and listen. Students will go back and what reference your document. So you can also have discussions whereby you give topics to your students and they are also able to brainstorm. Groupings, you want to have group projects within students, you want to have mini projects with your students, you can have all of those options available done on the Blackboard system. The challenge of trying to do grouping, counting, and some of those limitations, has come into a little bit of, I'll put in a single ball. Before it used to be like this, but now it has come down to something that, okay, it's more on your hand, and you can make effort. So like I mentioned today, we all are going to be spending more time on the features that are in Blackboard, especially for your teachers. Permit me to use the word teachers because I feel lecturer is a good position, prof, but all still boils down to being a teacher, being a second parent, right? Being a teacher and being a second parent, that is the whole idea about the entire Blackboard system. That's the entire idea about schooling. When we leave the house, we come into the institutions, is for us to continue learning different skills in different areas and different environments. Okay, so thank you. Luckily, got logged in. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. We really appreciate your effort. We appreciate your time once again. And now we're going to go into the work of the day. I mean, tasks for the day. Now, yesterday we spoke about the base navigation, right? We spoke about the profile section where it allows you to speak to edit your content materials, make adjustment to your work, your information, your name, your email addresses, your phone number. Now that is what we did, right? With yesterday's session, we also spoke about the institution page, which highlights a section whereby announcement can easily be shared to the entire school in real time without any hassle or any challenges. So everybody gets access to such information, whether it's the institution's YouTube channel, the institution Facebook channel, or you have a link. The institution has a link to a particular registration, and they want students, lecturers alike to probably register or make efforts. That is where the institution page comes in and you do your work. The activity, like we spoke about, just gives you an overview of some of the activities that is lined up for you. All right. You have an assessment you need to grade, you have a class you need to be in, you have a class you've scheduled for yourself. Now, all of this can all be done on the Blackboard system, and you can get reminders. And remember, I mentioned that you can make adjustments to those reminders. You can make adjustments to your notifications as time as you're using the system. Now, just to be sure that we are all following or we are all carried along, right? With two line explanation in the chat box, and this is a room for everybody to engage. Can anyone explain to me what does courses basically in the base navigation? What does courses represent? In the base navigation, what does courses represent? Let's see those who have been paying, who are listening, were able to listen to me yesterday and took note of something. What is courses basically? What does courses basically mean in a simple term? Nothing too much. There was one word I liked using. There was a particular word I was always using. Who can tell me? If you can use that word right now, then we might look into that giveaway that we spoke about this morning. So, if you were to define courses, if you were to explain to somebody what the course section basically represents, what would you call it? What would you call courses? What would you What would be your understanding of courses as a simple explanation? Welcome, welcome. Let's see those of us who are here. What would you understand by courses? Courses. There's a lot of people are still joining in. We've gone far though, but don't worry. Courses, courses. Yes. While we are waiting for us to explain, I'll come back to that. But let's move forward. I also explain what we have on organizations. We spoke about organization. We also spoke about the calendar, which is one of my favorite options here because I mean I can always look at everything. Courses represent the workloads levels of students. Okay, one, thank you. It is the allocated subject, so to say. Fair enough. Good one, Mr. Joseph. Go ahead. Yeah, okay, I'm getting some good responses. Okay, let's see. Everybody is right here, so there is nobody that is wrong. Everybody's right at the moment. Everybody is correct. So let me keep getting the responses. Let's keep getting the responses. I have two responses already. Courses are guided journey about a specific subject. Wow. Now I think I need to write that. And this is from Mrs. P. I need to write that down. That is wonderful. Courses are a guided journey about a specific subject of learning. Wonderful. Okay. Yes. We're going to pin that down. Yes, it's going to be pinned down. I'm seeing the comments. Thank you, Mrs. P. Thank you so much, ma'am. Course section entails course titles, codes, and what? And details scope of a set subject. Okay, great one. Thank you, Mr. Okoli Ojonu. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? Everybody's correct. Everybody's right. Courses, I think I'll take Mrs. P's on, but yeah, courses are a guided journey about a specific subject of learning. Basically, a handbook, right? It's more of a handbook about a particular course. So if I'm studying accounting now, whatever subject is inside accounting, uh, whatever topic, whatever is being taught is a guide for me, into the system. It's basically a guide for me to carry on. So those serves as a guide for me in the journey to ensure that I have the knowledge and everything in that course. So also as courses gives the institution where both lecturers and students are engaged. Lecturers develop and send content, and students register to see content and assignment. Thank you so much. This is from Abba Adamu. Thank you so much for that response. Thank you so much. Mrs. P, welcome from FC Gidan Madi Sokoto. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Courses represent all the academic information about a particular program. Thank you so much. Okay, courses entail subject teachings and subject taking. Thank you. All right, let's move forward so we can the calendar, how the importance of the calendar for I also spoke to messages, basically where you interact with your students, where you speak to your students, beyond just giving assignment, but also being able to get in touch and have conversations with your students, hear their areas, understanding about subjects. So it basically allows you to interact allows you to interact with your students basically. Then grades. Now I mentioned that grade comes in two ways. Now grades comes in students have their own view of the grade, their lecturers have their own view of the grade. Now let me explain it from the student's point of view. Now a student sees his own personal grades. Is it possible, sir, to bring this training to the different instructions to help those who are not able to get connected from yesterday due to net? Yeah, so there is a recorded session for it already, so you can go and check it out. Okay, thank you, Mr. Lekon. Opaleye, thank you. Courses are intended workload to be covered in a particular subject. I'm getting lots of great and nice responses. Thank you so much, everyone. So, from the student's point of view, you see your grades, you see your performance, you see your attendance score, and how well you're doing in your course, if you're doing well or not. And once you know you're underperforming, basically helps you to improve yourself, basically helps you become better at what you're doing. But now, from a lecturer's perspective, now let's put it from a lecturer's perspective. From a lecturer's perspective, he sees the entirety of his students' performance. All right, he sees his students' performance, if they are doing well, if they are performing properly, or if they are underperforming. So the idea at the end of the day is that both students and lecturers know areas that they need to help, either for the lecturers to help their students improve, or students know which areas they need to improve and how they need to get in touch with their lecturers and ask for some level of understanding about the course more. So, like I mentioned, the idea is that students should be able to come to their lecturer and say, Sir, Ma, I'm having a bit of a challenge in your course. Please, I would appreciate if you put me through on a guide, or there's something I need to learn that will help me improve better. So that's the idea about learning and teaching in general. So Blackboard is going to help you with that more. So students are not going to be oblivious to the fact that, okay, I'm not performing very well. I need to improve. As lecturers, not like most of the time, yes, lecturers knows when a student is not doing well, but it helps the student to say, "Sir, ma, I know I'm lagging behind somewhere, and I need to come back and improve myself." Okay, so that's that. That was just a run through. That was just a brief recap as to the entire base navigation and what you need to do as a lecturer, or what you need to do as a student. I mean, for students, and like so, please, I will always be with our esteemed lecturers. Your students are your second children. Try and hear them out. If they have challenges, reach out to them and interact with them. The basic idea, like I mentioned, Blackboard is there to help you teach your student more than just lecture. Teaching goes beyond just speaking. We need to also now engage your student more. So today we're going to, drill down into um, we're going to drill into what So just a moment, we're going to drill down into some of the privileges that lecturers have as a lecturer. Some of the things you can do. Okay, this course is opened. Sorry, one moment, please. Because help me enroll me for a course.
I know.
Oh yes, we're back. My apologies about that. Yes, audio back now. Thank you for that. Thank you for that notice. Sorry, my mind I got a bit distracted. Thank you. Can we hear me now? Is there voices? I hear voices in my head. There's audio now. Good. Thank you. There is audio. Thank you very much. So, like I said yesterday, we run through a recap. We spoke about a lot of things. Now, today, we're going to speak to something more extensive, right? Something more than usual. I'm going to walk us through the course content, how you can upload content, how you manage content as a lecturer, what are the kind of content you can upload on the system, and how your students can access those content, and also the ability to use the student preview option, which allows you see content from a student's perspective. So you're not just creating and uploading content, but you're also being able to view that content and understand the content in itself. Okay, so okay, so the content basically, the kind of content. So even if you're a mathematics lecturer, okay, hello everyone. We apologize for that break. Thank you for waiting, and we're gonna go back to where we were. We apologize about that. Sometimes it happens, or sometimes, so we apologize about that. The attendance link. Actually, so we thank you all for your patience. So we're just gonna go into the. No, this person don't create. Thank you all for.
Were you muted?
I have to refresh. I don't understand this. It says I'm live. I'm back.
Also, nobody's playing around.
Okay, I think we're back here. We're back on the live. We apologize for that break. There seems to be a general network problem because this is just beyond the standard internet. I even have challenges with my personal network. So it's not just you, it's not just me. It's a bit of a, seems to be a general thing. But all networks in the country right now seems to be faulty, including Starlink. Yes, it's that bad, including Starlink. Glow is bad, MTN is unbelievable, and a whole lot. But well, we would not blame them. It's I won't say it's a Nigerian thing, but it's a progress thing that we are trying to probably improve on subsequently as we move on. Um, Thank you all for waiting. Thank you all for your patience. It's quite unfortunate that we have to experience things like this in our very beautiful and stable country. But nonetheless, we've not gone too far. We've not missed anything. We've not missed much. I'm just going to take us a little bit back to some of the things we've spoken about. And like I mentioned before, I spoke to you about how to basically work on your content and content materials, creating those basic content as a lecturer in an institution. And also as an ambassador, you can walk your co-lecturers through the process of doing basic content upload and content management, which would help them understand the system more. And the beauty about Blackboard is that it has a lot of things you can go on and on with it. You can learn a lot from it, can check for a lot of information, and you can do a lot of things as you please. Now, I'm going to go straight to the point. One of the things I was speaking about initially was the AI assistant. Now, when you enter your course, for instance, you might be wondering, okay, I don't have the AI assistant. How do I activate it? How does it work? Now, the first step is to navigate your way to the course settings. When you go to the course settings, I want you to scroll down to where you have this course tools. Okay, where you have course tools. You see by default, you notice that this would have been off. So I'll need you to turn it on first of all. So you turn on the course, the messages, allow Ava to reply to messages from students. So you're able to get there. So you activate this and the AI will come on. Now, moving forward, now you can see where it says auto reply to messages and you also have automations. So this part that says automation basically is a section that allows you to sort of be able to give automated feedback, automated responses, or kind of information to your students. So it is important that you in case you're not available, you're not on seat to do something, you can always use the automation to get feedbacks, as your lecturer in case you're not available to attend to your student or attend to your lectures. Now, also, you can edit the kind of responses you want to give to your students. So, all of those options are all available to you as an instructor. You have your roster option, which allows you to view your total number of students in your class. You also have your course images. You can probably change the picture or add a picture image, to the background of your course, books and tools, question banks, and so on. Now, we are going to be speaking more to what you can do, things you can upload, things you can get from there. So, first off, when you're creating, you want to create basic content, you have create content, you have the auto generate model, which is an AI that helps you to create draft content, right? Draft topics about that particular course. So it could be electrical engineering, it could also be about electrical machines like we have here, or it could be about woodwork or whatever the topic may be. You could get draft topics about it so that you can also interact with it. Now you have the auto generate modules, you have copy content, you have upload content, and you also have the content market, content collection, the learning object repository, and one of the latest features, which is the record audio and video, or which we call video studio. I'm going to come back to the video studio and explain more about it and let you can understand what it basically is. So first off, let's start with create. Now for the create, you have options of creating learning modules, which are like topics, folders, documents, links, teaching tools with LTI connections, SCORM packages, tests. You can create a test, you can create assignment, you can create forms, then participation engagement, you have discussions, you have journals, and you have AI conversations. So you can do all of that here inside the Blackboard learning management system. Okay, so you don't have to necessarily leave the system. You can carry out all whatever basic activity on the system. Now, for some of us that probably have written out the assessment, we probably typed out our assessment or assignment. You can copy it and just you can have it written on your document and upload it and name it mid semester test or whatever test you want to name it as. Then you can ask your students to start attempting their assessment or assignment. But for today, we're going to play around with the test. So we're going to do something with the test or assignment. Or let me see, should we do something with test or assignment? If you have for assignment, say A. If you have for test, just give me a T. So majority carries the vote here. If it's an assignment, give me an A. If it's a T, if it's a test, give me a T. Okay, I have one A and one T. I have another A assignment. I have another A. I have another A. One more A. Okay, I think the assignment carries the vote, so we're gonna do an assignment. So select an assignment. So we're creating a new assignment. Now, note that you've created the assignment but you've not uploaded content inside the assignment. So thank you so much, everyone. So it's assignment today. So creating an assignment. So you notice that we've created an assignment, a draft, an open book, or like a leaflet area. Now we now need to put our assignment questions. Okay, we need to put assignment questions. So we're going to give this assignment. Let me say basics. Okay, let me say assignment on the basics of electrical machines. So that's the title of our assignment. Okay, assignment on the basics of electrical machines. So what we are going to now, we are going to create our assignment, right? Now, when creating our assignment, two things involved. We can either upload a written out document, right? We can either upload a written out document as it is. You can attach a file, like I mentioned. You can decide to even start typing the assignment one by one if you want to. Okay. If you now want to auto generate your assignment, right? You want to probably create a draft assignment. You'll need the AI to help you design the assignment or come up with questions for your assignment. Then you use auto generate model. Okay. Auto generate model. So we're going to select that. Now, in the auto generate model, we are going to now give a description of the assignment, right? First of all, you're going to give the description. So what kind of description are we looking at? So for me, I'm going to say, give me the importance of electrical machines to society. So that seemed like a very logical question. So we're going to do that. Give me questions on, let's say, give me questions on the importance of electrical machines to society. Now, what kind of question do we want it to be? Do we want it to be an applied question, which means it's an applied society, like you're applying the question to the society or something? You want it to be an analytical question? Do you want it to be an analytical question? Do you want to be an evaluative or evaluation question? Or you want it to be a creative question? Okay. So let me see. Do we want it as an evaluative or an analytical question? So if you want A for analyze, give me an A. If you want evaluate, give me an E. If you want A, analyze, or E, evaluate. Okay, you want it A as an analytical question or E an A, E, A again. I have another A, I have another A, I have another A, and okay, we have it's going to be an analytic. So we're going to analyze. So the question is going to be an analytical question. So you're going to analyze. So we're going to put the complexity level to mid range. Let's not take it too high, so it doesn't chase people away. We're going to bring it down a little bit more, so it's not too high for them. Then we are going to generate. So then we are going to generate. So the AI now goes online and generate questions, possible questions. So you can review the questions since it's going to be an essay question. So now you can see it has generated 3 analytical questions. And one of the questions says, let me read it. Let me try and read out one of the questions. All right. Let me try and read out one of the questions. And it says, explore how electrical machines shape everyday life beyond their technical specs. Consider how devices like motors, generators, transformers, and power electronics influence transportation, healthcare, communication, and entertainment. Instead of listing components, trace the ideas, assumptions, and decisions that tie these machines to social outcomes, access to energy, economic disparities, environmental effects, and safety. Now, that is the question. Now, the AI now goes forward to say, use a concept, okay? Use a concept driven approach compared to scenarios where different machine designs lead to different social consequences and explain the trade offs involved in those choices. Include at least one of the following authentic elements to deepen your analysis: a diagram, a diagram that maps the flow of energy from source to user, an essay that interprets ethical implications of magic. I could read the question. I could read the question for as much and as long as it is on. So this is an analytical question. Now I can read the question. In fact, when the student sees the question, he would have to breathe first before he starts attempting the question. Okay. Now, okay. So, okay. Now, let us now try an evaluative. So, let's not leave those who selected evaluate out. So, let us allow them attempt. Let's see how an evaluative question comes out. Okay. How does an evaluative question come out? Let's try that. Let's see the response we get from an evaluative question. So, as usual, the AI goes online, sorts out the questions, and gives you something. Okay, let's see what an evaluate question, an evaluative question is or looks like. So it says, in a well, this is an evaluative question, remember everyone. It says, in a well-structured submission, explore how electrical machines influence a broad slice of society beyond the classroom, focusing on concepts rather than mere facts. Consider how devices like transformers, motors, and power electronics shape daily routines, industrial productivity, healthcare, transportation, environmental stewardship. Your piece should invite readers to think critically about trade offs, design choices, and unintended consequences. Can you see that the AI has gone on? Kindly enlarge the screen. Okay. Is it large enough now? So as you can see that the questions are, I would say wonderful, because if you ask me this question, it's going to take me about 2 days to even read it. Okay, here's another question. The question says, create a thoughtful multimodal submission that asks you to evaluate the role of electrical machines in shaping social outcomes. Begin with a concise essay that questions assumptions about efficiency, cost, access, and equity in energy systems. Then supplement your narrative with a diagram illustrating the path from a raw energy to use. You know what? At this point, if you know you want to go into article writing, this is an opportunity for you to go into article writing, because these are questions that will probe a student's sixth sense. It will probe a student's understanding about a particular topic. Okay, so I'm going to pick one question so that we don't get our students too scared. So we're going to pick a question and we're going to add that question. So here's our question. Now, see, so also understand that even after creating your questions, right? Even after creating your questions, you can still go ahead and edit those questions. Okay? Understand that yes, you've created the questions. Does it limit you from editing your questions? Does it make limit you from making adjustments or making changes or making additions to your question? No, it doesn't. It basically allows you to do so. So you can add extra content for those who do mathematics. If you create a mathematical questions, you can see you have math and you can insert different mathematical formulas. For my math lecturers, you can upload mathematical questions On here, you can do a lot of, you can see a lot of formulas, designs, and everything that has been made available for you, from the aspect of mathematical questions. So you can create whatever you want to create here, and any mathematical question rather you want to attach. You want to embed a video, you want to attach a YouTube video, an image URL if you want to. Want to attach any extra document, or you want to attach a link, or you probably want to clear format or anything. So you can do a lot inside the system without having to leave the system. Okay, you can do a lot without having to leave. You can even print your question. So if I want to print this question now, I can just come here and print the question. So you can see ask AI to create question for you and see help you print it. Okay, so you can see. Oh, I don't think you'll be able to see my screen. If you'll be able to see my screen, hold on. Let me go on full screen. I don't know. Can we see my screen? Oh, okay, great. So as you can see here, it will, sorry, it's still loading up a little bit, but yeah, it will allow me print out the document or the write-up I have if I want to. I can print out the questions if I want to, or need to share it to anyone. So having done this, now let's now go into poor network. So let's now go into the rubrics. Let's now go into the rubrics of the assignment. So things like due dates, grading, what are the scores, and so on and so forth. So how do you do that? First of all, come to where we have this settings icon. Click on it. Then we now go forward. We now pick what we want to. First off, we start with the due date. So do we want it? When do you want it to be due? You can pick a day. So by tomorrow or by next tomorrow at what particular time. There is no audio. Can anyone hear me? Do we see our audio challenges? Can everyone hear me? Is the audio up? Is the audio clear? Can everyone hear me? Can you see me? Give me a thumbs up or a reaction. There's an audio. You can hear me loud and clear. You can give me a thumbs up or something. Okay. Don't worry. There's an attendance link being shared, so look out for attendance form so you can fill out your information. Okay. All right. Everyone can hear me. I can move back to the class. All right. So note, you can decide to also choose not to give due dates. Okay, you can choose not to give due date if you want to. If you don't want to, if you don't want it to be due, you just want to be an open assignment. You can leave it open there. But if you want to have due date with a specific date and a specific time, then you can make such adjustment. Then you can also prohibit late submissions, which means progress, right, will be submitted. So even if a student has started doing the assignment and he misses the due date, immediately the due date appears, the assignment automatically submits. So he does not have to come back and notify anybody. Automatically will just submit, into the system. So prohibit late submission, then prohibit new has already attempted the assessment, right? I don't you can now prohibit late new attempts for understand that whatever is being taught here is the same thing you also assist your co-lecturers or your other lecturers that might have missed today's session to do. So things like doing content upload, content accessing, creating assessment like this, and uploading or giving rubrics are also some of the things you'll be doing, and you'll be assisting other co-lecturers, and in doing new attempts after the due date is online. Online. And also you have the ability for offline submission. Sorry, just a moment, please. You can also decide to put on offline submission, which means that if you're going to include no due date, but you can still include your due date while still allowing for offline submissions for an assessment. Okay, that's available to you. But if you're going to if you're going to put um, submission, so we can do that. So also move forward to the formative tools, then the grading and submission processes. You can either decide to switch it from assignment to probably a test, a discussion, or form, or whichever you wish to. How many attempts are allowed? So for every assignment, you only allowed a single attempt. Okay, you only allow a student is only allowed a single attempt for that particular assessment. Okay, then anonymous rating, evaluation, also assessment grade. So post assessment grade automatically. So automatically post the grades when the assessment is graded. So the feature covers automatically and manually graded assignment and test with auto graded question types. So turn the settings off if you want to manually. So if you want to manually grade and publicize, the scores of your student or grade assignment, then turn on the you can turn this on off rather. But if you want to automatically grade, you can turn it on. If you don't want to automatically grade, turn it off. Okay. Then you can also sorry, I might need to switch the offline line. Now, for the online submission, you can add access codes. You can put a pin to that assessment. So you have the ability to shuffle the different codes that you can share for every submission. Okay. Then limit to their assessment. All right. You can add time limits to your assessment. So you can put, if you want the assessment to be 1 hour, you can do 30 minutes and give an extra time of another 30 minutes. So you can give a 50% or 100%. So you can just do 100%. So it automatically rounds it off 1 hour. Can I have the instructor's name? Right. So you can, put out an hour. So anyone you want to put in timer, you want to include there. You can also grading rubrics. You can add further rubrics to your grading. You can align it with a specific goal or something. You can align that to there also. So you can all of these options are available to you, especially as an instructor. So if it's a group assessment, let's say you've created a group, you can create it as a group assessment inside the Blackboard system also. Then you can give a brief description about that assessment as a brief description about the assessment also. So once you're confident and you're comfortable with all of the rubrics that has been made available here, you can just save it. I'm going to cancel this, or I'm going to close this because yes, I don't want to save anything. Then you can now move forward. You can once you're sure of everything, you have the submission sections which allows you to view your students' performance. Okay, you can see those who have been submitted the assessment or those who have started and are on standby. You can view that option. You can also view student activity, which basically allows you to see your students' performance, what is going on, who has opened the assessment, who has submitted the assessment, who has also drafted. When they say draft, means that they've opened it and they've not finished it yet. They're just waiting. Probably they're doing something else. So you can view all of those things. You can see all of those who have submitted, and you can also download it. Sorry, oh my God, we can't see me because of my the video. So there's a download option on the lower part of it. You can download the grades and performance of the student. It's just down here. Sorry, it's literally, I don't know how to use my left or my right hand, but I know it's just behind me down there. You see download an arrow with uh base under it that allows you to download your score, your student scores and students' performance, in that particular assessment. All right. Now, having done all of those, if you now move forward, have things like so if you created the assignment, now you've created an assignment, yes, but available to your student. So now we now come to the option that says hidden from student or release. We have release on conditions or visible to students, right? If I say make it visible, which means I'm going to make the assignment immediately available to the students, right? That means they can see the assignment and start attempting the assignment. But if I want to place a condition for the students, right? I want to say, okay, the assignments will only be available at a specific day and at a specific time. And after that time and after that date, the assessment stops being available. Then you can use the release conditions option. Okay, you can turn on the access from and until. So from when until when. So as a lecturer, you can know when to start this and when to close it. You have that much jurisdiction. Now, if you now want to give the assessment to specific students, let's say 5 or 6 of your students said, come in and said, Sama, I apologize, but we missed your test or we missed the assignment. Could you please be kind enough to maybe schedule us for something else or something different? Now you can now group those people, those set of 6 people, you can group them somewhere and create an assessment and assign that particular assessment to those 5 or 6 people without having to share it to everybody. So you have the ability to control who would have that test and the amount of people that are going to have that test. Or you can choose to say, okay, only those who attended my class today will do this assessment. And highlighting them, then you can now put, after highlighting them, you can just put those people for that assessment and that is all. That is where the search by group, or you can even create a group there for that particular assessment. Okay, you can create a group for that particular assessment. Now, if you now want to use activity, for activity means that a previous test, probably you had a test 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and you want to use that test as a yardstick to test the new people that are coming in. So, okay, those of you did my test last week on the 15th or the 18th, I want you people alone will be the one that will see that test. So only those people who took that test would see the test. So anybody who didn't see it or didn't take the test would not be able to see that assignment. So you can release on conditions. So if you read what it said, limit access to this content by creating rules with one or more conditions. Course members will need to satisfy conditions for at least one rule before content is released. So also note that this is not just for only assignment or for test. It is also the same thing for content material. So if you will say you want your student to finish reading one book before seeing the next book or the next article before it, you can also have that options available. Okay, and that's that for on creating assignment and creating test. Then finally, moving forward. Okay, yes. Before I move, now let's say I make this available to students. Let's make it available to students first. So I'm going to make it visible to students. So as a lecturer, I want to preview, right? I want to preview what I have done. So I'm going to select the student preview. So it basically allows me to see, make attempt to that question, but it does not grade me because I'm an instructor. So as you can see, this is from a student's point of view. All right, this is from a student point of view. So I can attempt, this is the assignment or this is the test that was created. I can attempt it. I can click on it. I can start view instructions and basically start my assignment. So basically I read my questions. I can either type my answers in here as a upload my written out answers inside here. Okay, so you can see I have everything here from a view. I can see it and I can do everything I need to do as a student. So after you're done, you confirm that everything is okay. You can now exit the preview. All right, so we're going to delete this one. So other things we have calendars inside courses also, which allows you to see assessment of performance in the they do an assignment inside the courses. You have announcement. You can also create announcement as an instructor. Okay, you can create announcement as an instructor here. Now you can allow the announcement. You can allow the announcement to also reach out to your student as an email. Okay, you can get the email options. Your students can receive an email about the announcement also. And another beautiful thing is you can schedule the announcement. You can schedule the announcement for yourself. So when you click on schedule announcement, you can put a date. Okay, you want to create the announcement for tomorrow. You put a time, then you put when the announcement will no longer be available, let's say on Monday. So by Monday at this particular time, the announcement will be hidden. So students will not be able to see the announcement. That's what scheduling an announcement basically means. Send an email copy to recipients so people will be able to receive the announcement also in their email, not just in the Blackboard learning management system. So you can also write, so you can decide to now input your messages. If you can input your messages, you can add your video. You can also record videos. Now, this now brings us to the video studio option, which allows you to create videos in the Blackboard system with a camera. You can create audio content inside the Blackboard system as an announcement. You can, just like I'm doing right now on this YouTube, you can do that inside Blackboard. You can do the audio and screen, which means your voice and just the screen. And with the video and screen, it means your face and the screen. So you speak to it while also doing the same thing. And you can upload you can also upload recordings inside. The idea at the end of the day is that you might not have enough storage on your computer or on your phone, but with Blackboard, your recorded sessions or audio can always stay inside for as long as you want it, and it will always be there. It will not go anywhere. Announcement title, what your announcement is about, write your message, announcement as you please, then you can send to your students. Then you can have discussions. You want to have discussions with your students. You can interact with them. You can create new discussions, folders, and all of those things. Allow students to create discussion. So you can also allow students to create discussion topics too. So we have that option. You have that option rather as an instructor on the system. Then you have gradebook. Gradebook basically allows you to see your in the overall performance of your student inside the particular course. So in their test, their assignment, probably the graded discussions, you want to grade them. Though discussions by default are not graded, but if you want to grade them based on responses as an instructor, do that here also. So you can also add your attendance. You can choose to do an attendance yourself inside the system. You can create an attendance by yourself also with those options. Then you can add any other thing. You can choose to also upload gradebook or grade performance, or you can also choose to download. So you can upload or you can download whichever one you want based off of performance. You can add any other item. You can add calculations and add total. So those options for you are there and available. You can add grades. So you can view grades of each of your students. You can see performance of your students. You can see the grades. You can set up the overall grade. So which means you can say, okay, this for this course, the entire grade is over 100. You can set that up here inside using the gradebook session for your students. Then you can also view all your students' performance. You can see what they're doing, how well they're doing, if they're lagging behind or they're up to whatever they are being done, or they are lagging behind in their test or assessments. Messages inside the course, where you can send messages to your students inside the course. Then you have analytics. Analytics basically talks about analysis inside the course. You can see your student performance inside the course. Now it says this report shows student activity in your course. Overall grades and hours in course update every 24 hours. So every 24 hours it changes. And set up your courses overall grade in grade. You can remember we mentioned about gradebook. You can set up an overall performance, a general score, which maybe is over 100. By in a gradebook here, you can do that here. That's what it's basically telling you. Now, in this section, this analytics now give you analysis of your performance of your students. So you can now see those who are meeting up, those who are of concern. Now that is where the alert option now comes in. Okay, that's where the alert settings now comes in. So you can put a percentage for the overall. So you can put you can include rubrics, you can put things that are probably put a threshold basically, yes, a threshold. So you can put a standard threshold and you can now see those who are performing and underperforming, and you can always download your report. So you can always give your report every 24 hours, at every point in time. Then groups. Right now, groups in the sense, you might want to group, got this group in here now. I understand that sometimes there are a list of people that are probably up to 1,000. Some lecturers have students up to 1,000, up to 500, 200, 800, 8,000. Now, it's a lot trying to group such students in a particular, trying to group them for a specific project. Now, Blackboard has now brought in a new option that says import from CSV, which means you can use a CSV file and import groups into the system. But normally there are three options. You have the manually assign. Manually assign means you're manually picking the students and putting them in a group one after the other. That's a lot of work. The second option is automatically assigned. Now, the reason why we are not seeing this is because we don't have students inside. So by the time you have students, the automatically assign allows you, helps you automatically assign students to different groups. Automatically helps you create the groups and assign. So even if you have 1,000 students, it will create the groups. It will ask you, do you want 10 to a group, or 6 to a group, 8 to a group, 100 to a group, 7 to a group? The numbers are endless. You can put it, help you put them. Your job is now go there and name your group as you want. Then you have the self-enrollment. Now, the self-enrollment option is very simple. It allows students to enroll themselves in the group by themselves, but you can put a limit and restrictions in each of that group. So you can just create the group, give a description, put a start date, and self-enrollment stop. So you can do that, give your description, and you can either to hide it, which means you don't want your students to see who they're with. And you can also restrict the group size. So the maximum, you can say in the group maximum is 10. So which means once the group hits a threshold of 10, everybody stops accepting people, then it probably moves over to another group that you probably created or you probably designed. That is what the self-enrollment option is. You can see group one, group two, and it has created all the groups for you. You can set up everything made available to you. Okay. So when you're done, like I said, your settings, you've done everything, then you can name the group. You can choose to also edit each group. You can even delete the group self. You can even rename the group, also give the description in the group, and you can also view the members in each of those groups. Now, can you see how easy some of these things are? It's normally there are things that will take you a long period of time to accomplish, but with Blackboard, it's taking you less time, more focus on better things, and giving your topics about what you need to do. Okay. Now, what is this achievement? Now, achievement is basically now for some of us that have taken our orientation course, right? For lecturers that have taken the orientation course, let me ask, how many of us have received our badge? And you took a badge, just give me a raise, just raise your hand. Course and you got your badge. You've taken your orientation course. Can you indicate by giving me a sign that okay, you've taken your orientation course? I'm just going to give us a few minutes and see who responds. You've taken your orientation course and you received the badge. Just raise your hand. You're taking your Blackboard orientation course. You can indicate. Raise your hand. You've taken it. Let's see those who have taken their orientation courses, and I'll tell you. Then I'll finalize on this. I just need to know how many of us have taken our orientation courses. The lecturer orientation course. You've taken it. Okay, Zena Bello says she has. Okay, that's one. You've taken your orientation course, just indicate. It can't be only one person that's taking it. Or what about others? We've not taken our orientation course. Okay, Umar. Isaac, you've taken your orientation course? Yes, I have. Okay. The orientation course is a self-enrollment course that has been designed. It's inside the Blackboard system. So if you have access to your Blackboard, you should get it. Okay, I'm seeing people say they have in it. No, orientation course. Okay, it's a course inside Blackboard. It's not the virtual program we're having. It's a course inside the Blackboard system.
Comparing physical training.
Okay. How copy or save the video clip to enable us catch up better? Yes, the video recording is on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube, so you can come back and watch it. Okay, all right, no problem. I'll show us how to do self enrollment so that we can take the orientation course after today. Okay, so I was trying to speak about this achievement. So, achievement basically allows you to create a badge, allows you to give your student a proficiency badge, so to see how well they're performed, they've performed in that particular course. So you might want to now do a final test, a last test, and you might now give a description. You can attach the badge to any of your assessment here. So you can even upload your own badge design. So aside from this one, you can pick from the options template that has been given to you, and you can also upload your own custom badge if you have one. So you can attach your badge. You can link it to a particular test assignment or a test. So you can attach the badge, and you can also give a requirement. So you can say those who scored probably 30% or who score 50% and higher in this particular test will get this badge. Okay, so when students see their badge, they know that okay, yes, they've done well in the course and they've passed. And you can also name your badge, give it a new name. It doesn't have to be like this. You can edit your information as an instructor. Okay, so I think with that, we'll say no, no, not yet. Let me not say the word yet. Let me see what have I touched yet. Um, so basically, these are some of the features that are available to lecturers, and they can log in, send their assessment to your students, make sure their student is up to date on everything they need to have. There is a lot more that we have on Blackboard that we can talk about. Yes, and the final thing I wanted to take, I've taken it, but there was no badge sent. No, check into your Blackboard. You should see a badge of your performance. When you pass, there's a threshold score. You need to score, I think, 10 over 15, then you get a badge. So if you score below 10, then I'm sorry. So I wanted to speak about the video studio or the record video slash studio option inside Blackboard. And I was mentioning earlier that you can pre-record either virtually video or using an audio, right? Record your session and send to your students. Okay. Now, sorry. So for now, I don't have permission because I'm actually via you guys. Rather, you all can see me. So my camera is being used by YouTube. That's why it's saying permission required. So my video is being used by YouTube, so I can't record the entire thing. But nonetheless, when you have your login as a lecturer, you can do that. The audio option, you can see you can record your audio by yourself. Your audio recording, record your class audio or via audio and send to your student. Once you split the audio, just click on start recording and you're good to go. You can do, like I mentioned, you can do the audio, you can share your screen and do an audio recording for yourself. Don't have access to the Blackboard, not a problem. So kindly also, yes, just for this is for everyone. Kindly join our WhatsApp channel for updates and information. We share every update, every feature you need to know on Blackboard, so you can join our WhatsApp channel, which the link has been shared in the group chat. So join our WhatsApp channel and be open to a world of possibilities and a lot of information. So I can select any of these windows and record my audio and send it to my students. I can speak to it. If it's going to be a video and recording, I can repeat the same thing. Like I mentioned, the reason why the video option is not available because I'm currently using YouTube. So please bear with me. So when you go back and get access to your Blackboard, you can upload your content, go into your course, start uploading your content, start recording your video, your audio, and start sharing it to your students so that classes can go on beautifully. All right. So the video studio option, you can also record your own self and upload it. So it basically saves you if you don't want to write out the content, you can upload the content on the Blackboard system. Oh well, have I been able to touch us with some of the information I've shared? Have I been able to touch at least make some impact in terms of the information that I've shared on Blackboard today? Just give me a hi. Let me see if we're able to get we've able to learn something. We've learned something today. Have we learned something important on the Blackboard system? Have we learned some new things? Have we learned something new, especially with the AI? Aha, yes. One more thing, I was going to show us how to self-enroll in the orientation course. So this is how you enroll for you do a self-enrollment for the course, for the orientation course, right? If you want, so please take note, follow this. How do you enroll yourself for the orientation course? Okay, how do you enroll for the orientation course? This is how it goes. You go into the course section. When you go to the courses, I want you to find your way to the course catalog, where you have course catalog. All right, if you're a lecturer, did I? And I'm coming. So you select the course catalog. Now, so since it is for lecturers, we're going to type in a lecturer orientation course or lecturer orientation. Here's the course. It's known as Student Orientation 105. The course name is Course Lecturer Orientation Course. So you select this drop down and you select Enroll. Okay, you select Enroll. All right, when you select Enroll, then you select Submit. So for everybody, you can go back, enroll yourself, and take your course. You should get a badge. Don't worry, if you didn't get a badge, no problem. We'll check it. There is a badge. For everybody, there is a badge for you. There's a performance badge for each and every one of you once you take the orientation course. Okay, there is a badge. So kindly go back in and check it out. There is a badge for everyone. I've learned a lot. Only let the video. Yes, the video will be released. The video is on our YouTube channel. So if you're following our YouTube channel, you would get notifications. So turn on your push notifications. You would get this video readily available to you. So go in and watch the video again. Please kindly join our WhatsApp channel. Okay. Join our WhatsApp channel and get update on the latest. When you open it, when you open your course, right? Okay, when I opened, there was no course. There is a course catalog. It depends. If you zoom in, hold on, let me show you something. Some of us we zoom in too close to our systems. We zoom in too close, so seeing the orientation course becomes a problem. So you need to try and zoom out screen. Now listen, if you let me go back. Let me go back. Now, if I zoom in too much, right? Can you see this thing here? How many of us can see this icon here? That looks like it's hiding where my mouse is. Mrs. Joy, no, how can you see that? Can you if your screen is too zoomed in, it's gonna look like it's in your face. You might not be able to identify the course catalog. So you see it here. So click that. That was a course catalog icon. That's a course catalog icon. Now, when you do that, you type in lecturer orientation course. Okay. When you search that, you click go. When you click go, you see that the course lecturer orientation course has shown up. So you select this drop down and you click enroll. So when you see you have this is your view, then you click submit. Okay, you click submit and you've enrolled yourself for your orientation. You go and take your orientation course, read through the content material, and have your orientation course taken and get your badge. Now, when you get your badge, you now also get access to manuals. So there are manuals and kits inside the Blackboard system that you can use once you've taken it. Yes, you can take it on your phone. So the phone view, I'm not using my phone now, it's going to be different. Okay, you know what? Just give me a second. Let me see if I can switch to my phone and I can show us how you can do it on your phone. So I'm just going to go through my phone briefly. I'm gonna open my phone now so that we can see how you can do it on your phone. So when you go into your URL, when you type in, okay, so when this is when you're landing, you have your you come into your institutional URL. Okay, when you come to your institutional URL, then you type in your login credentials. So I'm logging in now. I'm logging in now. So you can see I've successfully logged in. I'm logged in now. So I'm on my landing page. Remember, sorry, I'm not using my phone. I just I navigate my way to my courses. All right, here. So you click on courses. Okay. So when you navigate your way to so now you said you didn't see the course catalog, right? Now let me now show you the course catalog icon because for your phone it's a different view. For your phone, yeah, sorry, it's my phone. I'm using my phone. That's why it's tiny. So because it's my phone, it's going to be tiny. You should see something very this small, like a filter icon here. Look at it there. Above it, you see the course catalog icon. Above it, you see it's black, like the same view I showed you when you zoom in. You see it up here. It's this small one up here. See up here, the same icon I showed you. Then you go in and you type the course name. So you go in there and you type in your course name. Now, how do you search the name? Now, if you're, it's called lecturer orientation. Remember to search if you're using your phone, right? I've put a lecturer orientation course. So let me type it there. So I've typed it, as you can see. Okay, good. So you type it. Once you've typed it in, lecture orientation, then you click go. Then you scroll down. You can see because it's a phone, it has a different view. A phone makes it have it has a different view. So let me just- so you have the WhatsApp channel. The link will be shared again. Please, Mr. Chris, kindly share the WhatsApp channel link again. Sorry, I know my phone is a bit bright. I'm trying to reduce, so I don't know if you can see. When you search for it, you see that same drop down over at the student orientation 105. So if you see it, if you're using your phone, this is you can see it. Search with it, lecturer orientation. Right. When you do that, you now move forward. You click on the drop down, then you select enroll. Just the same way you select enroll and you click submit, and that's it. The WhatsApp channel has been shared to the group chat, so go on there and you see it. You should see the link. The WhatsApp channel link has been shared. All right. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you all for coming in today. It was an honor and a privilege to speak in your presence. We appreciate everyone for the time and the effort. And like I told you, we're going to finish up on time today, and it's almost 12 already, and we're almost running off. So thank you so much to you, our esteemed lecturers, all for coming in today. We thank you for your time. I'm going to be sharing our contact information of every support agent. You can reach out to any of us at every point in time. Should you have any challenge, need support, any form of support at any point in time. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for your patience. We know the network wanted to show us, but we thank God that God is strong in the network. So those are the contact information of our support staff. You can reach out to each and every one of us. Any way we can support you and assist you at every point in time. Our contact information is available. Also, get into the WhatsApp channel so you can also be receiving information and every other thing. The video recording, the link will be shared to us in the community group. As if once we're done here, it will be shared to us in the community group. All right, do have a wonderful afternoon. Have a beautiful weekend. Tomorrow is it's going to be the holiday, so let's enjoy. Let's have a great one. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna leave this up here for a couple of minutes, and after which I'm gonna end this. On a call, text, a message, send a message to any one of us. Send us a message, give us a call, and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much. And we also have our general support email, which is support at polglobalmarketing.co. There also you can reach out to us at every point in time. Thank you so much. You have a great one, and bye.